Hi, I'm Alex. I'm a real estate agent in Chicago. There is a misconception that exists among some home buyers, especially first-time buyers, that there's an established timeline for closing. People stress over the timeline because maybe they have several months left in a lease, perhaps they are finishing school, they're starting a job several months from now, and they want to start looking for a home, but they worry that when they make an offer on a home, well, I have 30 days to close. But this is false. Yes, there are factors that can limit your ability to close very quickly, like a title search, underwriting, sometimes even local regulations. Buyers do have quite a bit of autonomy over their closing timeline. You do have the ability to push back your closing to 2 or 3 months, maybe even longer if you need to. When you submit an offer on a home, just like how you decide how much to offer to buy it, you also decide in your offer what date you want to close on the home. If you have 3 or 4 months left in your apartment lease, you could ask for, say, a 90-day closing. And it doesn't have to be a 30, 60, or 90 day. It doesn't have to be an exact window like that. It could be 58 days. It could be 73 days. Whatever you want, that's what you can propose to the seller. Does the seller have to agree to that? No, they do not. But if they won't agree to the extended closing timeline, you can walk away. You are not obligated to close any faster than you are comfortable with. If the market is favorable to buyers, there is a very good chance that a seller would be willing to accept a longer closing timeline just to secure that offer if the home has been on the market for a long time. Even if the market is more favorable to sellers, they still might accept a longer closing timeline if the other pillars of your offer are strong. If you are offering a purchase price that they are happy with, or if your earnest money is significant, they might be fine with that longer closing because your offer is superior to what they might otherwise receive. If you know you want to buy a home this year, but you still have 6 months left in a lease, or if you're finishing school this spring and you really want to start looking at homes, but you're hesitant because you think you'll have to close quickly, I'm here to tell you that you don't need to worry about that. Do keep in mind mortgage rate locks are impacted by the closing timeline, so this is something that you'll want to review with your lender and they can go through the options with you. One more semi-related thing that can help with moving timelines, but is generally going to be applicable more so when you have to move before you're able to close, like if your lease ends in a month, but you can't close for 6 weeks. There is something called a pre-closing possession agreement or a pre-closing storage agreement. It's an agreement between you, the buyer, and the seller of the home to allow you to move possessions into the home before you close. Now, that only works, of course, if the seller has already vacated and only if the seller is comfortable with it, of course, and generally the seller is going to want you to pay. They will want to be compensated either some form of rent or storage fee for you accessing or occupying the home before closing. So keep that in mind. If you are considering this type of arrangement, just make sure you consult an attorney because there is a legal aspect to it that needs to be taken into consideration before signing this type of agreement. So the moral of the story is buyers have a lot more flexibility with their moving timeline than people traditionally think. If you are in this situation, if you aren't moving for a while, but you really want to start looking now, make sure you select an agent who understands these options and is willing to put in the effort and do the research to accommodate your closing timeline. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions that you'd like me to address in a future video, please comment, and please be sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel for future videos like this. Thank you. Have a good day. Bye.